but enam say there be am ka say governance enye bosom ana enye baye na baye nkwa na ese ye na najo menim why there be anajo no mo de amuchia governance enye court and you know you need to get people involved, and the only way to get people involved to know the ekom and the selba begina ho, then you tell people what is happening.
Okay,
that is the whole essence of this State of the Nation address. The thing is the State of the Nation address. Or minor, said the city informing people to know, and I think that he did quite well with the presentation, sector by sector. He was able to tell Ghanaians, baby, are you free bar, and where he intends to take us.
Okay.
And he said, I cannot send a city binder than a jano horno. Let people know. I can't daho. Na chenam kono, bibi kusia, obia makaza, oba and wabobu say.
Okay.
Asem na oka no so enam say no krenti afeme position na yamu binu atena radio so aka maka say cocoa board ene ya fa say
ECG
enya ECG mpo ECG power sector na se for no e ka egu omo so me betena ka cho say cocoa board e kadan and all the figures na ba bonten ene na se for no. So this will give us a picture skill description of what our economy really entails. Any baby a Ghana Nigeria sesia no na going forward no what who steps ne na se for a okọ na Ghana ne hu say hey papa yi befa o man say na city o na otu anamon bia you will be guided by things that happened in the past so we have make correct choices in na se for again. So we have nema assign a course so in terms of spending any other area sika akwahia gune baby any se yedi sika ko na yetetam sika de ko ye kwan ya fa so ye hye oman ni sika ene funda na eda hodada this sinking fund na support fund what is all cast a sinking fund na over $200 million and na dem akufo ado ben inherit no omoko no $67,000
and just wadi ni nyina
enra metis asel me yemu sheme sinking fund eda ho Nema mu ya you just cushion just to as a shock absorber in as for air corner. Umbeto over $200 million in all corner $67,000 and a account and a Ghana CD account and so the am 130 something. That chiro kwanya nipa no ba say ye be bo minus so mine chese onje bi kura ho na ba 5 bibi. That is the real state of this country's economy. And then the buy and presentation here very essential. And I hope say the communication around it, you know, the real state of this particular economy. Now, so we'll build it from there. You know, say you cannot afford to make a mistake. There can't be any misstep because my culture says mistakes Ghanaians will not accept it. No amount of justification, explanation will justify mistake going forward. Because my culture says we are guided by the past mistake. So going forward, you know, decisions must be bold, must be decisive, and must be very pragmatic. And that is exactly how you need to proceed. So answer na beti me look the way forward, you know. So na name be as a straight in no you need to do and do it decisively. Alaska and this national service scandal na me be kan ho asem na bam.
That's right.
President say no atena se hu se microphone mu di sa adwirim dodo na adwane furu kroma sai bra investigation was share so because amanfo asase e fere amanfo ebirum afa football ho ebirum afa niam bebre ho I the source of this country but then na udwane a enye nwanwa asset bia wo bia president has directed say it should be traced and yem freeze no.
That's right.
Pending investigation obi anka se obi adisika bra na be yi wa no kwanya wutimi fa so a what's this nipa 80,000 ghost names and the best share your friends saying national service my tu omoka but Alaska you see we must also go beyond nipa no mo yes and no we also need to look at the institutional weakness na no me catch o what be say ho say everybody den and na your institutions with overwhelming oversight responsibility one aye nipa na otu aka no hwanya controller and accountant. And obi asesa someone this na wuti aka won so no verification be na wo ye because what he na yase me fa list bre na tu omoka the mere fan say me the list abanda zimi say me the buy tu aka you need to also feda no we investigate who say nipa na wo tua sika man tibia no omo bank account wo e fa na omo you need to do all this due process
and to a cartel
cartel no leverage on internal structural weaknesses in our governance system.
Very well.
What is here? Because there is a massive weakness that people are exploiting. Because my country as a criminals, you know, they only exploit weakness in the system. And to, as a government, you know, you need to strengthen the institution. Because you can have the cartel at the national service, but controller and accountant general every month we are out here kind of due diligence and follow up just to ensure that these people are there. Do you think commit me here?
No.
Again, listen no emrama ho kwan say yemfa parliament na parliament who say nipa do say and acquire national service at the end of the day no nipa do say na etimi deploy mo and this all list no to parliament no say mayor NDC NPP politics na afenyo marketing se mu no mu di e na kwabrande timi fa document to nanim e no ye comparison compare we na at least enkade bi ba take na mo say figures you obode buy anyway edan okay timi the figure ba say nipa 87,000 and na kwaye national service when bi ba ho so no 150,000 and ye tu oboka.
That's right.
So parliament as an oversight responsibility documents yes yam famra
I'm a failure
exactly. So we see it's good we punish these people, but say you're limiting it to the individuals. This cartel will be missing the larger point. But my country, I remember 2016, President Mahama as charge individuals be at the same national service. This ghost name say by. So if 6 years after you see about BMI, it means our mind we are not growing. It means that there is a structural fundamental weakness. You am bad, you am lucky to your governance system, and that there is the need say yankasa as a country never take proactive measures near dealing with this thing. For more than the overseer,
that's right.
Man, so there are things that those who have assets as a fund. Because Alaska, I like the decisiveness and the boldness. Because as president, my culture said once you show weakness, you are done
forever.
Yes, that is why I like the way I all very decisive, very pragmatic, giving instructions to various security agencies. Freeway. Now, no matter say, you say your friend is saying, papaya or now or Professor Kumfi Amia.
Sky train.
Sky train, Alaska. This is absolute nonsense. Now, no, me be say yet it is a train. Na yenam so asase sunu kwa yenyabi. Na yekwa kosi train enam wiem. Now, who will concede such a foolish idea? That's right. Yes, I'm Pakadan was a wine. Sa train will ask a look at them. Trainer would see more dead paka was some one of Kakatana idea with. And Ghana is not a village. A man for air transit from Ghana to Europe to America to way. People, a man for far speed train. They know luxury. They know some of Niama Kessia Koso. And the Obana Fano Quatransa Nadia Numuya Namaya Hurubosu. You call this thing train? Train, how many no multi the buy? The fast assassin, do not send them the buy. Then you are thinking about Sky Train. Company and I had this idea no man, no. Chrome Hakura and see her. I know the day we ended up paying $2 million. Alaska.
And on my chain
or more Majisica and Cobebia or one or Motan Hayachedi.
That's right.
That is why this ongoing investigation is very, very important. And you see, we must be ruthless in dealing with corruption. When you are dealing with corruption, Alaska, you must be ruthless. Making sure, say, you are not just punishing a person. Now, you are sending a message, signals to those outside and those within your government. Say you are resolve and commitment. So we dealing with issues of corruption, you know. Alaska is unwavering, and nothing will stop you. It will send message to people out there, and that they are near masses. But yanyasa never yet. Your friends a 9-day wonder. Window dressing exercise. BNI freeway. After 1 month, after 2 months, now we come back to square one because people will draw motivations over by say
that's right.
So it should not just end here. I'm expecting, say, counting on the commitment of the president yesterday, you know, he should follow through and make sure, say, individuals are more minor form, and for me, that is the most important thing. I gonna need be ashamed. Alaska, when him say President Mahama Timiji Ghana for Sika or Movia, some people will be okay. Yesika omowia okrom ankwa no ogia no nkwampo na okoda some people will be happy.
That's right.
Because the amount of money are falling into wrong pocket. Nipa we di sika ni di akesesam edidi nsemu no okrom ha say those monies could have been invested in other areas. Me no nka ene ye metena me kan de ye kan nka ene ya put ultimate the life of man for and now to wani all facets of our Ghanaian society, no, every single sector really under your friends a distraction. Which sector? And I bet me we are proud of education. Even the moral fabrics of our society is gone. So we need to strengthen these institutions and you're making sure that institutions become robust once again. And it's offer the auditor general offer why obia then internal mechanism, internal checks at the administrative at the agency level no yantina sema obi mko wiesika no wie na afeso a yakofa auditor general report nyansa bia nim. There must be internal mechanism ebe block the occurrences of those things. And then I just say yes, we are serious. Now what na man for this kind we now the book kafu ba I don't know there na can. These are some of the changes that we seek. So I think that what happened was very impressive. And that is something that I said on your show. I think that President Mahama mentioned it about national service personnel going through military training.
Exactly. You stated this.
Yes, I've said this some time ago.
Right.
It is one of the best thing that matter in recent times. Alaska. Adia ba ko a boy form beside all the corruption indiscipline.
That's right.
Any greed. And unfortunately, military training na ya kan ho asem no so menso me problem wo ho.
Enwurem kwa no na.
Sai enwurem who ha ya fruit no Alaska sai na mo na twam.
Oko sai osudogu omo na nua grida omo ko.
Yes, Ghana nko na ya de ya de timbalog tu nipa kon ho no didimirika na ya military training. Alaska. We see, so if president is requesting said national service personnel will go for military training, then we need to retool the entire military manual na idea training, Now we say you instill discipline because at the heart of military training, I discipline. Oko South Korea and other countries where national service and as a military training, I compulsory now. Do you know why the omo yasa? I discipline no. And yes, I will come and walk quiet now kusian to. And you're disciplined.
Wow.
So we bet you still. But the question I'm asking is Alaska in recent times. Soldier for no mobile how disciplined are they?
They are not.
So how far will be a national service? Say on military training. Now without looking at the military training itself, putting it in focus. At the end of the day, you'll be mixing the point. It will become a waste of time.
They wouldn't go but make impact.
No, I want to go through Miyako Fat the Chebako who has or Bako Feno Baby. I think you see it's good this proposal has come because I have said it some time ago.
That's right.
But I think sir we need to look at the training aspect of it all because the core I say the central idea behind all these things you bet me still discipline. Say be ya o take professional way ya o bet me ya adwuma ye ni ye and run am catch obi say yeah, can about 24-hour economy. It's good, it's best, it will transform because every economy anywhere in the world, people must work extra hours overnight. Because in that industries, that's how it thrives. But Alaska, I'm also concerned about working hours, 8 hours now, I'm for you 12 hours, productive output in the same city.
That's right.
Obi betime kwa adwuma from an apostle adwumra or te phone so share TikTok. Obi kura okoduro adwuma no akra na okofie working time no obi de conversity ne mpananom on na mamoso because there is no system mechanism in place check say nipa na ba adwuma mu ukotwe uti na akọ eno ano no but elsewhere Alaska o clock in na say say wo ye adwuma for 8 hours broni betu aka 8 hours no you will sweat for 7 hours.
That's right.
You will sweat 92.3 and how to ensure this? We need to put up systems. Alaska, we want you to stay. This clock in, clock out. We can introduce it here. Now, no, make obviously, Nasa Ghana need to clock it in or point over clock it. No. So the person in the Niati and also chance when Niati China. Knowing who we are and our attitude, you make sure say every 2 hours be a Ghana and be a word will clock in.
Okay. Every
2 hours you clock in. So another day the data now available and then a controller be gina so e dey aka enti won kwa clock yi na obia na won kontokwa e do akatua we deserve no more calculate no more dey abrewo o man no more ka is there a solution to all these things?
So there must be KPI.
Exactly. And if you're able, because I have read around a lot of stuff since this economic debate started. Me know who obi a professor na doctor na obi a researcher be wetimi atena say atimi I gauge the productive hours and I said the productive output of from our working hours in this country. Say Ghana for 1 hour. What is the level of productive output? We should be able to measure these things. And it's whenever you extend it to cover 24 hours, then you know, say it will maximize. And yes, sir, you create shift, put people in there. And I don't cry. I feel no more than way. So I could bank a penny.
That's right.
Security for no mujina anymore. What are they supposed to do?
I'm no udua almost or receive.
Yes.
To me be
yes, and their job is to also scan around. Because from for a bar, police in no dinner no. When we first started, we no show over to me kun. Alaska okwa security no. Unko not baby ejina the phone so yet TikTok. Just security awareness could be in the.
That's right.
Edubate na yakọ na de besie awie security to also say security ni ho awareness no enni ho. So I think these are some of the things I may say we need to reset this country. Reset, it includes a lot.
That's right.
And we must stay focused. Now that the real state of this country, now President Mahama so I'm making assurances because so far one of the boldest decisions, I'm very happy with it. This debt restructuring I call so pensioners are matana ha kan ho asama na no February we omo ye diu nyina obo mo de atu omo nyina ka
some promises
July odubetu omo ka. That is how you rebuild confidence. Ko pensioners merwafo ne na se for ma na president na old government in no munim da obetu omo ka wo.
That's right.
But swiftly these interventions will bring back hope. Say indeed, promises will make it say about to rebuild Ghana, bring back confidence, and make sure say the hardship Ghana for abiding recklessness in Tinodo Makoshemno, Alaska obey you more freedom through prudent economic management and decisions. And that's exactly how it's going. And I know it is a Michael way. Blankson,
that's right.
Or social media or celebrity, because this is a guy who brought his money to buy bond. No, he said bond is the most safest and the most secured investment anywhere in the world.
American,
yes. You got auto bond now, Alaska.
Comedian.
All that you need, your coupon and your rate, no tab. Now what to baby say a jabato we are CEO one fahon and your stock and now what now? Oh, there are fluctuations. No. Bond there is secured. But Akufo-Addo nkwa na betire wu say bond dey secured. Yes, bond dey secured. Ekofa this because the gentleman school na ote ye no. Oni sika da bia me di teacher nika me ye say. So ohu is an nyansem no beto bond. So monthly earnings no and all the go school no buy. Oba na ye lock in nti which means school ni so you unti.
And he was even told this as the man onto a bribe.
Onto a bribe. And say na aban na connection for aban. Na we rafi. Aban na besen ko na connection for aban. You know your first contractors.
That's right.
Your frewa, you see usika no. If you can let go 20% there, what could you usika amount? Na see ya de could do Jubilee House.
That's right.
How person who president could your gate fee. One who bro ni bia or your video social media na say for. Alaska, baby ya free bar no. And okaya wabambebu. So we need to take inspiration from Niama Yakom nyina. Na you making sure say this time round. Okay, say until the government trips and decided to go rogue, we have you have a responsibility to ensure say we build Ghana we all envision together. We are not building it for ourselves, but for the generation yet to come. Because your failure and the generation coming.
Right.
And why are you incumbent on President Mahama say the trust, the massive trust that Ghana for repose in him, I'm happy the way he's going, but he should not relent. He should continue and make sure, sir, he deliver on the mandate and the assurances that he gave to the people of this country, including corruption. On my update on ORA.
That's right.
I swiftly said all documents have been handed over to the Attorney General just to ensure, say, about investigating and any possible prosecution must be carried out just to ensure, say, yes, sending that conventional deterrence, those red lines, to people in this present government, say, it's not business as usual. The idea so could be a yasini added another. Who can was here in now we say one day we na them no be so now so I come for you no do will be my year sanity here so banyansa for you bunu be yan kan asem ko be ye no a date bi be duru a e be kasa ye ko Alaska ye it's possible that's here anya da bia na be ko be ye obi so ba de so and then you arrest obi a ye prosecute obi no what why you also be guidance ofuma the same way to wait for you and for being fight against corruption must not be politicized, must not have partisan colorization, must not be out of political expediency. We need to go all out aggressively to pursue this social cancer that has been eating deep into the fabrics of our society. Because you and I, because of corruption. Sika at the end of the day, echo individuals bottom. Some time ago, me better now make figures in nature. Alaska, I'm saying.
Yeah,
basis.
That's right.
It means over 18 billion na koso obi bottom.
That's right.
But see, I'm not say President Mahama can say in the next 4 years, Ghana debt servicing we are going to pay over 250 billion Ghana cedis because abana otwa no eboabo anu default here. The last I was telling you after COVID, Ghana is the second country post your friends are COVID after Zambia to declare bankruptcy. Since then. Your debt, your friends and servicing. You're relenting, you know.
That's right.
But in the next 4 years, Sikani never boa no at the pressure ever. The same crofo is but no aber can pressure to the same government. Omo mututu e kan kwa ni mu no.
That's right.
Who abrabo bonia afanyo market class some of the parliament idi.
That's right.
Obi a oye Attorney General wa base bisa no question say he has capacity to deliver an answer.
Ambassa Agbaja.
And I don't know when that has ever happened.
That is where we've gotten to now. And I'm a catcher say baby you do Ghana for a serious so emma enkra emerwafo nyina take key interest in politics. So ene omo baba hwe vet no mu say nkra sesem we na afenyo market to where ya omo bambebu ko make say ene de nkra sesem nie. But there are serious pressing issues affecting Ghana for the expect to see serious minded individuals in parliament doing serious business. Even when the chairman of the committee, fully offended, Alaska, as a colleague, or catch them as seminar or can, Whimsica, withdraw because a capricious and whimsica, a tiame. Alaska, me not say me can't some like affected with dignity.
You have to
say, me can't say be na me opinion, na kasa mention sign, not based on the fact I me want, make me kasa mention sign, but me okasa makasa tiawa, I don't know. Obiane asem okay tia no nti se o colleague catch us asem na okay na tia no na twensan ya na se wonya arrogant. The best thing you can do, oh sorry I didn't intend to, you move on. Also I'm twensan, and that tells you that these people are not ready to even learn anything, and if they continue on this trajectory they will live in opposition forever. Because you see, when you are in opposition you need to tone down, do sober reflection, speak to attract what are they your friend is saying a sympathy from people. Because politics, it's not just about mrani gidigidu. Sometimes sympathy is very key.
Right.
That is why I brought national way for no call can for now I was angry because Ebasana, you give him motivation to draw public sympathy and then you divert attention from what he has done.
That's right.
What else here? So characters like Afenyo Markin and Co. NPP as a political party will have to sit down and realize they are in opposition. Ebi and team from when so now one way opposition was arrogance, you know, more they better now they will stay there for long. And we want to rebuild the Ghana we all want, a Ghana of our own design, a Ghana of our own creation, and that is what we seek.
The minority is John Dramani Mahama say obekriti ejuma, but oba so obe pama manfo we ejuma.
Yeah, Alaska. I think it's a conversation a surface here.
That's right.
And it has several dimensions. There are those who are looking at the moral aspect. There are those looking at the political aspect. and there are those looking to equalize. Alaska, the whole essence of establishing a government, the goal is that yebetimi aba na yama nipa nya adwuma ye na productive output no betimi ama man na koso na nipa no so mo ye adwuma no so no o mabrabo akoyie.
That's right.
Until bia ti o man mu a the open so benya adwuma ye. But unfortunately, in that part of the world, no such opportunities are available, sir. So always you see this rush or try to get in when government change and nase for no. But Alaska, there is this saying, say, he who comes
with equity
must come
with clean hands.
Exactly. And it's say obi ewo abaimu na say new government aba. Now because of that, nipa no nkofia. So wo and etowa ebe obedi yawo.
Exactly.
Let us be very honest with ourselves. Because ebi akra kwan na wo fa so share mu no in as much as wo pa adwuma no wan nwene ho kra hu the time na ye do share mu say na tie. But nipa na offer wo adwuma no at the time no knew very well what they were doing.
Okay.
Nipa na offer adwuma at that time no, they knew what they were up against. And it was deliberate. It was intentional. It was just a way of Alaska, I believe in principle of fairness.
Okay.
And you see, this politics of equalization, you know, is unnecessary. But some point, you know, you need to infer. I'm inferring because I'm going to make a point. So, Bakaya, Osafo Asia transition team. Ever year press conference, and in recent times I've seen the video going viral. Man for airbo back. All can say. John Mahama in 2016 abra all kono. Na buy no farm crew for video moshisha abinum. Now more mabano. They don't even know their budget. They don't know say their name abesiako.
Okay,
we have a payroll for every department and every sector institution in this country. So if I'm appointed a new minister and your payroll, you are not on the payroll till December, the day of the election, and you're going to appear on the payroll for January, when were you engaged in that particular thing? You are going to create a problem. If names appear on the payroll after December, we definitely will lay them off quietly.
So, Papaya Nanumia, or can't same way, was seeking to justify. Say ethically and now morally no and you're right because sikasem no cry and ye and ye be take it over. Give us that opportunity to evaluate. Nipa no see ye be fa say and say be fa say na mum won se nguye so. Alaska obi make such a statement what in China. Okasa wow, yes, he's right, that's good. Because it makes sense.
That's right.
So sad nipa no should be onyansafo to the stand say ono aba you will not end up creating the same agenda we're complaining when you are hesitant.
Right.
What does America know? You know, say morally, and now in terms of governance, we know, and you're right. Say the air corner jaubi because we need more budget, we need more left and right, and as for no. So in a society where conscience, a year Juma. The last thing you do is to pack people in various positions and go. Because what criticize it, your tape videos are out there.
Know your track records.
Knowing your track record. And in recent time, now Abra President Kufuor Eko. Now single spine salary structure has been in the pipeline for so long. When implemented that, yet to about now by Lusu Yano then the implementation came and Ojan Hokoe. So President Mills so benye sika wo wiemo so benye sika wo he didn't care. And how to go ni so. Alaska at the time we are president how dare you go and tell workers say single salary structure now mo ye matwam. You become the enemy of the people.
That's right.
So Mills government was forced to implement the single spine
at the same time no increasing salary to by 40%.
Exactly no Jan Hokoe. And no Jan Hokoe. So aburo nipa na se mebo aburo ja ho akọ so aburo osafuma for can sa asem no some of us thought na corrective measures are going forward and even the transition act no kan ya amended then na makato say ye create a freeze period so from 7th of December to 7th of January sa abato no bekoso no it should be a freeze period within the Transition Act. Sebaya, no employment be able to within that period.
Even IMF will grant not quite new opposite was so fast
Alaska. So the thing is, you see, one who say a mistake, then you give it a proper legislation. So that within that period, but Obuja and Hokoi, or no Bekorona was nipa gum, then the same people come back and activate a certain moral argument to say, now Mona, Omo, a woman, Muso Munko Trevino, Omo Ghana for, Obianka, so we Togo for. But Alaska, the standard you set, that is the same standard you are being judged with. And yes, people within the middle space, can complain. People can make legitimate arguments, but you group of people now, mobile saying you have no moral designation to hold press conferences, making statements. Because you did the same thing.
Right.
And Alaska, the problem is this particular thing should not be a problem for us. Going forward, let us look at the Transition Act. Amendeno. Now you're making sure say we have that freeze period. So 1 month abayam for nipa, nothing will happen in this country.
No. That's right.
A period of 1 month. Like you see, constitutional framers in one they thought say obi by president I will nyansa. So on they will not be doing things foolishly. They impede the progress of the country. That is why omuja those things say as a person they will exercise wise discretion. Alaska, I catch it in recent times. There are enough evidence out there to prove sufficiently say Nipo Moko Jubilee House Cody President in 2.3. In the last 8 years, the Yehu Okroma say that makes that particular statement contestable. And the new thing going forward, some of these laws must be invented.
Okay.
Say prevent similar thing because at the end of the day, the people at the center of these things, Ghana for it doesn't matter how your NDC or your NPP, the Ghanaian factor is there. And I know the day say or go through this experience.
That's right.
When you're no be from making crabby a sign juica and your peer will do shame. I bind the buy or say Yamfa and Papa's on the fire. You're doing your politics, but the Ghanaian or your Ghana, and also suffer irrespective of the political color. It's unnecessary.
That's right.
So I think we need to avoid this thing and make it stop. And the solution made them and then say amend the way act, the transition act,
right.
Now you freeze period in shame. Say going forward, we are from that day until new government takes over. No appointment, no recruitment, no hair. Even though president, onions and handy over and you're still president.
That's right.
But there is a new president elect. Ghana, your politics, they cannot work in collaboration. It's not possible.
That's right.
And the best thing to do to remedy the situation is to come up with that particular freeze period within the Transition Act. You're talking about we are confirmed say ever handy over no.
Right.
Give that power to the incoming government to do that. Now, Papa, ya obo ni tape one and no ku ha ya osafuma fu ya obey that particular press conference justifying say we. Do you know what he did? Oba ya kwasisa na ma ebe creative positions are anyhow and I don't which is shame.
At the time he was telling us that the public sector and
I am Alaska, this is our Buro people. I call some Obesha Mumu. Memeti osafuma from Canada ya kwa na mo primary school me kai those your friends Macmillan Dictionary be secondary school town whatever. We were kids somewhere.
That's right.
This person has been hovering around the corridors of power till say okwako. Now they won't nyansa wo team. All the kwako. Alaska, we need to end some of this nonsense. Now you're making sure say we are working for Ghana and Ghana will progress. And at the end of the day, average ordinary Ghanaian, home or abroad, wherever people. I want to but Omo said the name money sukona or win. Let us work to straighten things up. There are people who are on the capital, they want to come back Ghana and invest. Alaska corruption about the secure background we better bribe answer. Port on near man and so forth. So I think the government has a lot to do just to review a lot of things just to ensure say life become less cumbersome for the average and ordinary Ghanaian so that Ghana ni humbertono.
Yasimu mo 24-hour economy na mo pam crop we dwumam.
Oh, na say 24-hour economy na dey ba ni yiem yenti na dey ba wo. Na say obegina parliament na say otimi ebi wa no eka say 2 months ban bet na so na otimi di gina parliament me the statement say ejuma na eka say e de ba no ejuma na ewo hin. It clearly means a nipa na crowd.
Knowing very well, sir, budget to crown now. Budget. Is yet to present his budget about Juma.
That is it. We are coming to create the 80 identify. No baby Gina Hono, Eddie we cancer. Knowing very well. Say Siano. The kind of challenge I face is here. With regards to the energy sector, no. A more creation. But you see, Sana Yesi Kano, they'll run away from it. And we'll begin to shift the goalposts. And when they shift the goalposts, so if you are not so smart, so you bring them back and tell them in their face. They won't hear some better now. Now also you play to the gallery now, they will mislead almost everybody. Ejuma sama yeke. Yen na enim say yen na Ghana for. Ba won sa de a e ba be ya abatros e ba be dan enko. Se koba ne se aban bi ba na se aban bi kwa na se koba ne se nipa dodo e wo se fo medwuma fo medwuma mu a emra okọ no e no person de sankofo ni nyina e de hye ho no na akwa se ababa ya adesua e de ada aban bi so no a menua avanka sanka be ya na sanka legislation betimi aba what ya say betimi etimi akata sa anya ma no so se na be betimi anya ne ba pepepe se na be bia betimi akọ ne kan se na wo se sikọ na ho. You see, in United say the governance of the country nankasa nipa na mbu ni yi. In the kind of opportunity also creating when me create this opportunity no. Enti kwa okọ na wanso ho da ye se obekọ no. Eye ne say so wentimi anye bibi enimani ya amfa so bibi anu a ne kono ekono ebe den so besa ni chai den aba the essence of water ekofa sa anima we nyina de ba nankasa nya bro ani biyi na so bi e create over 5,600 megawatts of energy. Ama wankasa ka say excess capacity. What you say? Wankasa in your speech no, wansa can say dum so etu chaye before answer in the year 2016 but we wankasa nenum sem too.
That's right.
Ne maintenance e was some ye. My maintenance 3 months ago. Jina pass mo kan so say enye fu ani bi nani on mo anase crude oil ani bi nani de be power wo be maintenance work na eye now fu say bibi koso tot say na see e wo say kono energy e wo ho no ye tax system no bibia e wo down say na see say fata na say ejuma wo ho no ma will you be in the haste say the wenti mi aye no enumani wo akofan krofo e de ba be show no so ma be ejuma by force and media going forward no you very well say we should be able to create a certain environment because you see this thing no affect NDC and affect NPP for pay. Because some of the people that will take it or leave it, be and crop for.
That's right.
But you see, the issue say we minipa now we minipa no. Idea Sefata say was a can wasem Alaska. Because I remember in the year 1996, because was a lie, I was alaju. Now because I lie, I was alaju. Do you know the reason why I went to alaju? It was because we were going to look for job recruitment to the Ghana Police Service, and it was not about say a particular class of people and they call Niaji or more. Satan papa police ni, Mr. Father police ni.
Okay.
Me mama police ni, Mr. Mother police ni or what? You understand? We could have used that means to enter
to have your way.
Yes, we went and kill, and everybody went there to kill. You better show caps. You better show name AC form. You better show Unipedria. And those who qualify, they were picking them. And that is how come I'm using the police as an example because that is what at that time I avail myself to. And governance was not only limited to people that were in power or for you to qualify to get job. It was not limited to a certain class of people.
Okay.
Obia we are gonna need what this year any crack or crow in Semono. I'm not sure. When we come to the government sector, I baby any yentino, and it says, Aqua, yes, say. So, who by being a Jumu Quaya never say, why buy a war honor, and so wait me, Juma, and some Crofaka will bush away this office on Juma, and then 1 money. anka mo ye nyama pa mo bia nya adwuma se na wo so nya adwuma anka obi agoku mo ba go se anka fa anka agoku ye friend say friends Independence Square.
That's right.
Ele koko wie say ele mu ye na mutimi mo friends mutimi mo adwuma na de mukre na ko na mo creating so na nso koko wie say ena mutimi chi omoka ana nkola na wo hemfa. So going forward, I mean, first seriously, no, there should be a way out because this is not a good woman.
Okay.
Because seriously, say me say, and I'm a baby so, and as a baby etiso, no man juma. Na ebi ame juma na me qualification and the team mama me juma. But for the mere fact say a DB a bata me huntino, a nuntino say a D nuntino, I end up be frame. I say, Miss Alan, unu me be in in the year 2016, meba. Or mechanical engineer, ye gen our port. And yet, politics. And I didn't ban at the core honor. A on certificate. A okra. And the maninya kunya. A Ghana port. In Crawford by because we dear Adam Banus engineer. You may buy with Eddie. Me na make a show.
Mr. President Kufuor never proceed on leave. And this has
to make a show.
And my own Kufuor clear penasem bako.
And I never penasem.
That's right.
Now me Papa Roll is a penasem. And the reason for which I make Papa Roll is a penasem. And you saw tiny PBO is because of some of the things he did. Ni money be all done. Ni money be all year no. And no na kako fa so boni na da bra yin. What has akola at nephew for good solid 8 years. Says your end is about them. I think Akwala Babe preparing as Akwala at that time. So you 26 years, Akwala na wenya here. And that's what 30 years, and Akwala 8 years, 38 years. And such a person says, see, between 18 to 35 years, would that person qualify? That is it. And you're born with Akwala. So this thing seriously, mind-boggling something. I'm afraid.
Right.
I was say, as a government, as a people, near Kwanso, I be fast so send a beya. You bet me about look, believe you me, there's no law, Ivan, I would be two on Kofu Omon Sacrani. Because I know the sir, and can papa Professor Moss, a ye. Come on, my baby Trasum, and come on, reset Ghana. I care for you.
But you know, sir, Ivan, Olivia, Mama wrap up, Emfa Kobia, Unim, sir, Sam Rea, Anka, Untumi, Abami ba Untumi, she says CEOs anyway. Oza. John Dramani Mahama but omuba nanado de court.
Yes.
Emma parliament ma ko revoke ye enya kwam pamo.
Thank you. Ankende. On crow for waje obegu ho no. Ankende omuwie na ankende na mra na ma omukwa say.
That's right. Samran wakwa yie fi ho.
Ana Professor Mosunsu peni yie ni ti say nyina behu say nyina e Ghana fo no. Oso wa moda montina ho no na me ye me wi an ma ba mo so eye municipal chief executive no.
Right.
6 months omotina office. And so ba wo so mpeni na national development plan no e go see ifa. Omo kan na plan here. And because it was not during their time. And this national development plan that one which of them na do dan kwa kufa do work with. Otunu nyina gu here. And so seriously no, there should be something. And you see that's something more. It should be such that one say a baby about no matter how the government tries, when it goes to the Supreme Court, they will not be able to have their way. Because I just saw now, who is Mrano at the 2 on now said the government can have its way by empowering the number of judges in a particular case. So it was Supreme Court on one. No matter how the law, they will overturn it and still have their way.
Right.
That is what is a canker and need.
Say, Ivan, I'm saying with the military training, I saw you started sending messages. Now, what they are saying is that the kind of training our Ghana one of the best. Now, sir, yes, you had the 2 of them just to strengthen them. Now, say yes, you have elsewhere, and Quebec you have called for human rights for no but military for training here, one of the best. But
sir, we know to me no. Aside the other aspect, Ivan can want some no. Me mo anke si ma pension ka be me the pound. Do you know why? Na me anka minya soja training anka me because Israel is that the key.
Oh, that's right.
And so no, at least you streamline no. na man kola ninya sa discipline no.
But I saw the phone say the submission said the economy.
Excellent.
But what man who say training nsakre.
Yes.
Alaska, I think
we train some military, we train some brasses and at least.
That's right.
Who can say Rollins at some point Rollins. The ministers on so many
that's right.
I go more military training no. So I think it's
Alaska, I think you see Debbie Amakacha said one of the most disciplined professional Ghana has a military.
That's right.
Very disciplined. And may I have a lot of friends, a lot of some senior, some junior, whole lot of people within. But you see, the reality is in recent times, the infiltration of certain elements.
That's right.
And I'm not military now gaining. We know that's the notoriety that the military are gaining, and are giving people the opportunity to drive into some of the things that happen at the training camp. And you see one of the best. Alaska, we can't sit here and be comparing ourselves to countries like South Sudan and as for Ghana is a model seeking to advance in everything. So I think with this technological innovation available and we should find a way of connecting and ensuring training will inculcate some of these modern things into the training. Say Alaska, so we become military training will bush but say we need a cheat. But the only way you see the impact of the training, how conducting outside.
Right.
What I say? Training young bush hobby, but the way a man some conducting within this space, and the man for reason to doubt the quality of training they go through. For instance, Alaska, what military training about? The last thing you should do class over to one, sir.
That's right.
I was civilian. But I offer Uber. Now Uber no draw or check 20 cities. No, baby, I offer by all and day and 30 cities. No, say for 10 cities, I can me, also mean for my also magic. Now I call you to her train. Alaska. You see, it will give people that impetus to question the kind of way
training.
Yes. Because elsewhere psyche evaluation and so forth, people go to training or have exposure near more who can team. But the psyche evaluation are consistently yes subject among for to just to ensure that psychologically they are okay, they can handle gun, those kind of way. Do we even I am not blaming them. The system now has its own inefficiencies. For instance, the last time I catch Oko police barracks, young guy was sacrificed out in Hobama or my on the police in Obey. Do you know that we are police in now and Kroma? Your life is at risk. Baby, I will be because I'm Robert about and you are a target.
It is like a Juma.
Yes. Alaska. And see, just imagine that such police officer and military officer, you are supposed to live in comfort, in dignity. Over police barracks, not your man single room. The fridge is your one thing.
Oh yeah.
The fridge is your one thing. On what we are now, Valanda, so baby. And I dine was said near me, ma. Naseba just a utukwada abonting. Alaska comfort to be na onya e fear. What has happened American? So it's a wider area that we need to look at just to ensure. I believe in say obi a sacrifice was oh yeah Juma. So yeah Juma na ya can I risk you.
That's right.
Because your life is in danger. Ghana or more country on near more soldier for a year and I don't know what why to me post to anywhere within a month. Over to me and say
I may say sir over to me for radio so obi a wada Yamagana police.
Yes.
Yes, say obi
Alaska. So you see, we need to restructure the system in such a way. Say the young guys they are more life conditions of service who here.
Right.
So and training you see are very very important that we need to improve. And this is a national service personnel air military training model and what kind of training we need to look at all these things. Sabaya the central team discipline. How do we make sure that we instill discipline in young people? Sabaya you bet me on board to drive the national agenda.
Right, fantastic. That was Ivan Che Innocent.